So the 5,000 people who were injured, not necessarily from this place, even passerbys. This bus was coming to a place called Rongai town, coming to town, and it was found this roundabout on traffic jam. When the bomb explodes, this is how innocent Kenyans for their daily business got hurt and died. Okay? Now, look at this quote. This is a quote from great leaders of the world. If we say that terrorism is a global thing, what are we doing, me and you, to minimize it? We have a role to play. So now all these leaders have their say. See what Desmond Tutu has summarized in 2 lines.
Absolutely. 100%.
100%?
Yes.
Implementation.
Yes.
It's easily said, but implementation. See, Martin Luther King Jr. Read for us, my sister. Number 2 from top.
Read, oh, darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that.
Yes. Hatred is very heavy. Love is lighter.
Yes.
Let's hear from our own. Number 3. Wangari Maathai. Do you know Wangari Maathai? Wangari Maathai, number 3. The first African woman to receive this Nobel Prize is a Kenyan. So what she's telling you today. Number 3. Yes. Read for us again.
In the course of history,
yes,
there comes a time when humanity is called to shift to a new level of consciousness, to reach a higher moral realm, a time when we have to shed our fear and give hope to each other. That time is now.
Not tomorrow. And finally, Muhammad Ali, I know you know him. Gentlemen, read for me, Muhammad Ali.
If we continue to think and live as if we belong only to different cultures and different religions with separate missions and goals, we will always be in self-defeating competition with one another. Once we realize we are all members of humanity, we will want to compete in the spirit of love. You talking about the boxing, Muhammad Ali?
Yes. Oh, yes. In here, right?
You see this photograph? This photograph is summarizing everything. This is not where we are. After the attack, the 7-story building, which had 400 Kenyans, remains rubbles. The embassy survived. That bank survived. So this was demolished and converted the bank. This was demolished and now converted this. So now to understand this, we move like this kindly. These are the stories and the photos, how it was before this attack.
This woman,
what was happening during and what became of aftermath. Are we together? Get a chance to go through now the stories. And the security guard who was back the rear gate McHugh, he survived, he didn't die.
So this is the beginning.
Yes, the stories and the photos before.
These are
Oh, that's the actual building?
yes.
The embassy was like
before.
before.
That was the embassy.
The bank.
And that is right.
So the building in between the bank and the embassy square collapsed. I'm sorry, it cannot be seen here. This was the itinerary of the US ambassador. She was a lady, Prudence Bushnell, and she was the targeted person. But see, at 10 o'clock, she leaves her embassy, goes to the next building on 16th floor. She's having a meeting with the 20 minister on 16th floor. So,
Is this 9 a.m. courtesy call?
yes, 9.
Okay.
So at 10. And this thing happens 9:30.
Okay.
So while in the meeting on 16th floor, the bomb explodes outside her embassy. Now see our minister from that state to this effect of the glasses. This bank from that state to this. Where we are, the 7-story building is now on fire. Bottom here, same day, same time, simultaneous attack to the US Embassy in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania.
Oh, so the same day.
Yes.
Simultaneous. Oh.
Same day, same time.
Wow.
And this is the guy that was looking for the
Yes,
keys.
and he survived.
And he survived.
Yes, but all his legs were broken completely.
He was
His legs were
gone.
broken.
He works in the new embassy at Gigiri. If you go there, ask for Joshua Kindo.
Oh, he's still there?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Please don't forget to look for him.
Yes, Joshua Akindo. Was it Akindo?
Okindo. Joash Okindo.
Joshua Akindo. Okay, I got it.
So how did he survive?
His story is there. We'll find it. The story is there.
Okay, gotcha.
Don't know exactly where they were, but he stalled them. He stalled them to buy.
And that's amazing because
Right, they wanted to cut in. But if he stalls them, the bomb
told
fall
us,
off
like,
in the meantime.
I'm wondering why
and
he
explode.
was
He
you know, the song was in Tanzania, because he was just telling us that you guys separated in the 60s. Did I get that right?
Sorry?
So there's Tanzanians, they were in the U.S. Embassy. What was?
No, it's also happened outside.
Okay.
But the number is small because the embassy was outskirts.
Okay.
Ours, the number is big because it was the city center.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but this was in Tanzania.
Yes.
Right? So what I'm saying is, it's interesting that y'all had those attacks at the same time, right? Because our tour guide told us that that you guys separated in the 60s. That Tanzania and Kenya, you used to be united at one point.
The East African community.
There were 3 countries.
Right.
There was the Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda.
Right.
We used to have a central office
Yeah.
that used to have it as a community.
Okay.
The East African community.
Okay.
Which is now the High Court of Kenya.
Okay.
That building used to host the offices of the East African community.
Yeah.
Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania
Okay.
used to have a central administration.
Got it. Yeah. So it's just interesting that they chose to, maybe they wasn't up on current politics or something, or they just like.
So you see the US ambassador here, she also got injured. The US ambassador, pro-emotional. She just asked to be evacuated from where she was back to her embassy as she waits for evacuation of the place. This is now where we are, you see, the bank, where we are, then the embassy. Wow.
Okay.
This is the symbolic of the shattered glasses, symbolic. They have quotes on these glasses, which we picked from Haile Selassie, the former president of Ethiopia. Haile Selassie.
Okay.
Reason being, the attack, Haile Selassie was the president of Ethiopia.
Prime Minister.
And we picked his quotes because the attack in Kenya happened along Haile Selassie Avenue. That's the
Oh, wow.
One of his quotes, he tells you what? Peaceful coexistence is not just merely the absence of war. The world itself is an empty bottle. It's for us to give its content and meaning. Yes.
Yeah.
So this is the summary of the classes. See how the room was looking, cloud of death. That's why I decided not to run.
Wow.
Because the vision was clear. It was a risky affair. Even if you are Kipchoge Keino, the vision is not clear.
Okay. Right.
See now where we are.
Wow. Okay.
Then we have 3-legged stools in the museum. Not 4, it's 3-legged stools. Why? To us, it's a sign of power,
Oh, okay,
harmony,
yes.
and stability.
There we go. All right. Yeah.
Secondly, in Kenya, we are more than 41 tribes. During this attack, we learned a lesson. Despite our diversity communities, when we had this common enemy called terrorist attack, it united us together and became one people. The diversity of the Kenyan communities and their resilience for fighting a common enemy.
It's firm, it's not up.
Asante sana.
Asante sana.
So we have a lady here who we ought to speak about her. She's called Rose Wajiri. We call her our candle in the wind. This lady, she was a tea girl along this particular building. At the time of this attack, she was in the kitchen in the process of preparing tea. By then, she had made very hot water. Do you know what happened to her? The hot water splashed on her body completely fast. Secondly, as people are being evacuated, she got trapped and stays under the rubble for 36 good hours. All this time, she was crying and asking for help. A rescue team could always hear her. And the husband is outside there. He sees other people being evacuated. But there's an opportunity to see the wife was not there. By the time the rescue team manages to reach her, she was no more. So she is the last person to be retrieved, but only to be found dead. From there now, the sitting president, Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi, declared no more rescue operation because now chances of finding a survivor were very minimal.
slim.
See how people are being evacuated from the bank. Just where you park your car. See, even with bare hands, it caught us unaware. We don't know where to start from and where to go. This attack was planned by 4 men under this organization Jihad under Osama bin Laden. The nationalities of the four men was mentioned. There were two Palestinians, an Egyptian and a Saudi Arabian. Those are the four men behind this attack. On the fateful day, it's only two who came here, two hid in a hotel. The two who came here was a driver and a strike bomber. I'm sorry, the driver did not manage to escape. He had to die because they wanted to press the button.
You
But
said the driver what?
the driver died on the spot.
Okay.
But his fellow escaped with injuries, but on the fourth day he was arrested because he was treated in the April Shah Hospital with injuries.
Yeah.
So when he was arrested, he was pressed so much until he accepted they were the one responsible. So he took the FBI team to the hotel where the other men were hiding, who were later on now arrested. They were given life imprisonment without parole. They were prosecuted in America.
So they're in prison in America?
Yes.
Oh.
Because the attack was meant to be done in the US territory.
The U.S. Embassy is.
Because of the U.S.
part of
Embassy, okay.
Part of the
okay.
United States.
Gotcha, okay,
Gotcha.
okay, okay.
This is just effect of the glasses. The woman, the kid were just passing along the street of Nairobi. See how they got injured. Unfortunately, the woman later on died because of the injuries. But we thank God, the kid survived. As she speaks now, she's somebody's wife with two kids, but this guy's still there.
The squads.
So we normally have a documentary for 15 minutes about this. This is the meaning of the three-legged stool. Before you sit on it, find the meaning of it. And if you want to know how the security guard survived, please, his story is here. You asked me how the security guard survived, his story is here. So you can now sit and watch a documentary.
The journey continues, family.